Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and today is Wednesday, so I'm doing Top 5 Wednesday. This was originally from Ginger from Ginger Reads Laney, and today's topic are 5 tropes that you dislike or hate. I would say dislike. So I had to think about this and think about this, but there are 5 things I came up with, 5 things that I hate when I'm reading. Okay, so I'm gonna go so number 5, I hate when there is cursing throughout the entire book. And I'll give an example. I listened to on audio this book, Reality Boy by A.S. King. I couldn't believe how much cursing was in this book. I actually sat there and I'm like, on one page alone, there must have been about 30 curses. He just kept on cursing and cursing and cursing, and I just can't stand that. It's just, there's another way to write a book that doesn't mean to use the F word throughout the entire book. So I just can't stand that. And of course, I only gave this book 2 stars because of that. So that just annoys me. Number 4, I hate when there are too many characters in a book, and it also, more point of views. I hate when they switch from a man speaking, a girl speaking, a dog speaking, a cat speaking. I'm just saying. But I hate when it switches and it doesn't warn you that it's switching. So you'll be like reading the whole paragraph and be like, who the heck's talking? I hate when they do that. At least put in the beginning of the chapter their name so you know that they're switching, because that just annoys me. Number 3, they have a series and book 1 tells the story in a woman's point of view, and then they come out with book 2 and it tells the story in the man's point of view. It's the same exact book, except they're just talking differently. I can't stand when they do that, because they don't give you anything else. There's nothing else. Like, I'll give an example. I loved Beautiful Disaster, and then she came out with Walking Disaster. There was nothing. It was the same exact book except for the prologue in the beginning. I wanted more. I wanted to find out more. That's the only thing she changed, was the prologue in the beginning, and everything else was the same. I hate when that happens. I hate when a book moves around. What I mean by that is, you'll be reading a chapter and it ends in the chapter ends in a cliffhanger, and the next chapter switches to another person talking, and then it goes back to the chapter with the originally person speaking, and it doesn't continue where you left off. And what I'm talking about, I can give an example of a book. The book I'm explaining is All the Light We Cannot See. There was one part when I was reading this book, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and it ended. And I went to the next chapter and it didn't even bring me to, I don't want to spoil anything, but I got so annoyed with this book because the girl was in this one spot, and there was a cliffhanger, and then it switched to the guy speaking, and then it switched back to her, but it was totally different. It just, very confusing. It confused me half to death. I hate that. My number 1 would have to be when an author makes up their own words. When I read every single word, and I get across to a word that I don't know what it is. I go to the dictionary, I try to look it up, and it's not in the dictionary, and I have to figure out what the heck are they talking about. And that would have to be, I was looking through my journal to figure out what book I'm actually talking about, and the only thing I can really think of is the Harry Potter books. But there was another book that I can't remember which book it was, but Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, makes a lot of words that are not in the dictionary. So that's one book. And another thing, I'm sorry, this is number 6. So another thing that annoys me when I'm reading is when an author makes up a strange name for the character. So strange that you're trying to figure out how to pronounce the stupid word. And every time you get to that word, you're like, you get so frustrated because I read word for word. I wind up skipping the character's name because I can't figure out how do you say that name? Why can't they use like normal names? That drives me nuts. So that's another thing. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I had a hard time figuring out 5 of them, but anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!